This is Tenzin Dawa and this is 23 questions with Chisem. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how are you feeling right now? I'm feeling, I think, about a 9. Got this not this year, so -1 in the law. If you can eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Laping seu what do you value most in your friendship and relationship? Two things: respect and loyalty. How do you be kind to yourself? Forgive yourself. If your inner child could send a message to your adult self, what would your inner child say? Believe in fairy tales. What morals do you live by nowadays? Respect everybody's time. How does my self-esteem and self-confidence affect my decision making? I think it affects about 90% of my decision making. Why do we take our youth for granted, Sarah? I think because we still are figuring out, because the youth is still figuring out what they want to do, their paths. So yeah, it's okay. Do you think mental health is important? If so, why? It's very important because it affects your physical health and it affects the relationships that you build, everything, your surrounding and your friendships as well. How do you view sadness and why? How do you like to express it? I think it's a part of life. It's an emotion that you should feel and express, and I like to express it by talking to my husband. If you have a choice to be born as any animal, what would it be? Make a sound of it and don't name it. Okay, woof. What is your favorite way to unwind after a long day? I think playing with my dogs, cuddling with them, that's the best way. How do you personally prioritize and maintain your mental health and well-being? By talking about my feelings, by checking on myself, by unwinding with my husband and talking about the day-to-day struggles and how I'm feeling and everything. What would you want to say to someone who is hesitant to seek help for their mental health issues? I think the best way to come to terms with your mental health would be to start talking about it with one person that you trust, and it gets easier, and then you can go and seek therapy. Why do you stay so young? I don't think so. I'm aging really fast. What role do you believe friends and family should play in supporting someone with mental health challenges? I think there are two things that you need to accept. I think three things: supporting them, being patient, and you need to forgive them. What does your dream life look like? My dream life look like, I think there are three things that I want in life. Making my pala as comfortable as possible. Second would be having time for my family and my dogs. Third would be, I think, doing something where I can provide employment for creative outlets in our tradition, in our culture, or in our society, something like that. Do you think society influences the way we perceive and address mental health issues? Yes, if we normalize it, if we talk about it, and if we make it a common topic to talk about, I think it will be easier for the people suffering to come out and express how they're feeling. What makes your day lighter and happier every time? I think just the normal things like seeing my dogs play, when my husband is happy, or yeah, a movie. What is your favorite color? Pink. All shades of pink. Any message to your loved ones? I think gratitude and thankful. I'm really thankful for each and everyone in my life. They play a very, very special role, and I am what I am because of them. Any message to our audience and Tibetans? Live, forgive, love, and be patient. And yeah, that's it.
Lastly, we have a case study.
Okay.
Let's say we have this Tibetan student X. He or she have been going to Indian school since his childhood, which takes him very distant from their culture and language. So now being in a Tibetan society, he or she gets many backlashes from Tibetan itself for not being able to speak Tibetan properly and know its culture. What would you do as that Tibetan student, and how would you feel? How would you deal with that problem?
I think that's a very interesting take. I think how I would be, not as me, but as a younger self, would be retaliation, would be becoming more distant from the tradition and the culture, because if you just keep on blaming someone for the shortcomings that it's not even their fault, I think that will only and only reflect in a negative way. It's very important to support people and be accepting, be patient, and be, I think, more warm towards someone who is distanced from the community, to bring them back to the community and to teach them values and culture and the language and whatever it might be. I'd be very disappointed, I'd be very sad, and I'd feel like I don't belong. And I think the sense of not belonging is the harshest. So yeah, I think I'd feel a little more distant to the culture if that was the how do I say it, if that was the only thing that came my way. So yeah, it's very, very important to be accepting, providing a safe space to learn, not judging, and yeah, and I think supporting them in any way, for them to come back and learn the culture, the values, the tradition, and the language. That's it.
Thank you.
Welcome. Bye. Tao ko je tanga juice tu ngela je. Sasa.